सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ध्यानमूलं गुरोर्मूर्तिः पूजामूलं गुरोः पदम् मन्त्रमूलं गुरोर्वाक्यम् मोक्षमूलं गुरोः कृपा। We will just recite 15, 16 and 17 and then go to 18. Just see your phones. Open the PDF of last week. On the 15 we will recite. Ready? Panchakosha तन्मय इव स्थितः शुद्धात्मा नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन स्फटिको यथा. So the Suddhatma is associated with the 5 layers. Panchakoshadi Yogena, it appears as though it is mixed up with the 5 koshas. But the Suddhatma is like the blue color cloth which is shining through the spatika. When you keep a crystal, the crystal doesn't have any color, but the color of the cloth is reflected in the crystal. Just like that, the Sharira, Indriya, Sankhata, all the Panchakoshas, they are reflecting in the Atma as though they are. Actually, they are not. Then we go to the next verse. Vapustushadibhi koshaihi yuktam yukyavaghatataha atmanamantaram suddham vivichya tandulam yatha. These 5 layers are like the coverings on the rice grain in the paddy. With great effort, you have to remove the husk. Then only the internal grain will be obtained. Just like that, Suddhatma is there inside. Vivichya tandulam yatha. You have to decide by discussion in your mind, separate the grain from the chaff. So that is about the Panchakoshas. Last time, Antaha means we have seen. What is Antaha? Antaha is substratum. Antaha is not inner or outer. Antaha means the adharam, the substratum on which everything else is going on. The stage on which everything is enacted. Okay. Sada sarvagato pyatma na sarvatravabhasate Uddhau eva avabhaseta Swacheshu pratibimbavat. So this Atma is all pervasive. The word Atma itself, if you etymologically also, if you derive, In Sanskrit, it tells Sarvavyapaka, Atma, Vishnu. These two shabdas have a meaning Sarvavyapaka. So Sarvagatopi Atma, na sarvatra avabhasate. It is not available for experience everywhere. Not that it is not present, it is not experienceable. It is experienceable wherever there is a reflecting medium. Like Buddha eva avabhasyate. Buddhi is a reflecting medium. In that it can be experienced. Just like on a polished surface only, you can see your reflection. Today we are going into another profound verse. That verse we will read first. Dehendriya mano buddhi prakritibhyo vilakshanam tadvritti sakshinam vidyat atmanam rajavat sada. She's saying, giving a beautiful example of a king, an emperor, Rajavat Sada. So just as the king, the Atma is the king of all the things. Dehendriya, Mano, Buddhi, Prakriti. Four things are there. Deha, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, Prakriti. And this Atma is Vilakshanam. Vilakshanam is entirely different. Tadvruti Sakshinam Vidyat. You understand this is the Sakshi or witness of the functions of the first four, whatever I have said. Like a king who is witnessing all the activities of his kingdom and retinue. Like he is not part of the retinue. He is just there and in his presence everything is going on. So it's a beautiful verse. Let us get into that, the deeper meaning of that. Okay. Now word by word I will tell. Once more we will read it. Dehendriya mano buddhi prakritibhyo vilakshanam. Actually, the gap should be after the prakriti. But because of the rhyme, we say buddhi, we cut it. It should not be. Because there is one string. Deha, indriya, mana, buddhi, prakriti. Prakriti is plural. Five are there, no? Prakriti What are the five? Deha, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, Prakriti. For these five, Vilakshanam, entirely different. And Tadvruti Sakshinam. This is the witness of the vritti or the function of the above five. What? Function of the body, function of the mind, function of the buddhi, function of the indriyas, function of the prakriti also. Vidyat, you must know, you must understand. It is an imperative. Vidyat, you must understand. Vidyat atmanam, vidyad atmanam. Sandhi. Vidyat atmanam rajavat sada. Is it a sakshi only at one time? No. Every time, all the time, always, always. It is the sakshi. Not it is sakshi now, and after some time Atma is sleeping. It is not like that. So let us understand this deeper. One should understand vidyat. What one should understand? That Atma is like the king, distinct from the body. Vilakshanam, deha, indriya, mana, buddhi, prakriti. Vilakshanam from the body, senses, mind, intellect, which are all constituent parts of the prakriti or matter. So this is completely different from the matter. All the five mentioned here are matter. Matter is dravya, prakriti. And this is like a witness of what? Witness of the functions of the above five. We have discussed the five layers. We may get confused that Atma is one of those five layers. Now he is very clearly giving a clear understanding that Atma is there apart from these five separately. Literal meaning. Deha, Indriya, Manaha, Buddhihi, Prakritibhyaha. Tibhyaha is the plural form. Prakritibhyaha. What are the five? Deha, the body, Indriya, the senses, Manaha, the mind, Buddhi, the intellect, Prakriti, the matter or the nature. Okay. Vilakshanam. This is a very important word in Vedanta. Vilakshanam means entirely different, distinct, different in nature. Vidyat, you must learn, one must understand. Atmanam vidyat, you learn the Atma this way. Rajavat sada, just like a king, tadvrutti sakshinam. It is this witness of all the changes that happen in the body, mind, buddhi, indriyas, and in the prakriti also. Sakshi. Now, he has purposefully included the word Prakriti. You may think Atma is inside. It is the Sakshi or witness of my Deha, body, mind, Buddhi, and Indriyas. How about whatever everything is happening outside? It is the Sakshi for that. That is the Prakriti. Prakriti is inside as well as outside. Prakriti is Panchabhutas. These five elements only is Prakriti. Body is also Panchabhutas. Panchabhutas are Dravyas. These are all materials. And the materials have some functions. When they do the function, this acts as a witness. Central teaching of the verse is Acharya now gives a direct contemplative instruction. This is not, oh, this is different from this, not like that. This bottle is vilakshanam from the phone. It is not like that. Here it's a contemplative verse. Contemplation means you must mentally absorb this difference. What is this difference? Know the self as a distinct from the body, senses, mind, intellect, and prakriti as the witness of the function. It is not a description. It is a nididhyasana. Nididhyasana means contemplation. Vilakshanam, fundamentally different. Fundamentally different. You may think Atma is another part of the body. Deha, Indriya, Manasu, Buddhi, Atma. It is not like that. It's not one more part in the body. It's not one more part in the body. Categorically, it is different. How? Body is material, senses are instruments, mind thinks, intellect decides, prakriti changes. But this self does not change, does not act, not material, does not modify, and ontological difference. Ontological means what? What is ontology? The science which deals with nature and its all associated creation is ontology. Ontologically different, not spatially different. He is spatially different from him. The table is spatially different from the chair. That is, in space, you can see these things separately. Different means table has separate properties, separate place, separate existence. That has got separate existence. Atma is not like that. It is not the spatial difference we are talking. Spatial means in space. It is not a physical difference. Here he is saying it is not spatial difference. It is the ontological difference. That is, the nature of the Atma is different from the nature of the instrument. These five are instruments, and the very nature of the Atma is different. It is not a spatial or metaphysical difference. What is metaphysical difference? I am here, Venkateswara Swami is there. Metaphysically, Venkateswara Swami is different than others. Right? We don't know whether he is existing or not. That's why we call metaphysics. Rama, Krishna, Devi, Anjaneya, Kumaraswamy, Balaji, whatever you say, are metaphysical entities. So you may think Atma is a metaphysical entity like a Balaji or something. It's not also. It is not a metaphysical difference. It is not a spatial difference. It is an ontological difference. Ontological means in the very lakshana of itself, the very nature of itself. Ontology is nature. Very nature of these five is entirely different from the Atma. Tadvidyat, you have to learn that way. Must learn that way. He has included Prakriti purposefully. Prakriti means what? Prakriti means gunas. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas are there. Atma is distinct from the gunas. Prakriti is the cosmic order. So tsunami, there will be a wind blow, there will be energy of the sun, there will be energy of the water, there will be gravitational energy, there will be lunar eclipse. All these are cosmic energies. These are also cosmic order. That's also Prakriti. He is not either. Don't say that he is the cosmic order which is keeping all this. He is beyond the cosmic order. Because cosmic order also happens in the presence of, in the witness of Atma. So there are several causal forces, cosmic forces, cosmic order, trigunas are there, any dravyas are there other than the body. All that is comes under Prakriti. In one sweeping statement, he is different, entirely different, not spatially, not metaphysically, but ontologically, in the very nature itself. Then you have to understand, study of nature is ontology. In the nature itself, the swabhava itself, it is. Swabhava is nature. What is the nature? The nature of fire. What is the nature of fire? To burn. What is the nature of water? To make wet. What is the nature of breeze? To move. So these are, we can't separate the nature from the substance. Can I have fire alone without heat? Can I have water which doesn't make me wet? So these are not, this is nature. So that naturally in the swabhava itself, Atma is totally different vilakshana. You should not think Atma is one more entity in the body. That is spatially, I have got a hand, I have got buddhi, I have got mind, I have got indriyas, I have also got Atma somewhere inside I can search. It is not as spatially, it is not available. If it is spatially available, this is spatially different from this. I can say I can separate these two. But you cannot separate because spatially not. Neither it is a metaphysical God which you are worshipping outside. That metaphysical God itself is being witnessed by this particular change. Last time we said, if you go to Venkateswara temple, is the temple is in the space or space is in the temple? Is Venkateswara is in the temple or the temple is in Venkateswara? Venkateswara is in the temple is what you see. But the entire temple itself is in Venkateswara, who is the all-pervasive power. You have to extend Venkateswara from the idol to the Vishnu. All-pervasive. Vishnu word is all-pervasive. In the all-pervasive space, Venkateswara, the temple is there. But in the temple also you see another Venkateswara. Like, one mirror. You see this mirror and that mirror. So, Anyonya Pratibimba will be there. You can view him inside the temple. Nothing wrong. But understand the same Venkateswara is very much the witness outside too. That is important. He is not spatially confined to one Venkateswara temple. He is not a metaphysical form like a Devi or Vishnu or Shiva or anything. So that's what it is. This excludes the identification. When you say like that, you will not be able to identify the Atma as the body, as the mind, as the indriyas, as the buddhi, as the prakriti or nature itself. So, supposing you have a table. Are you having a table for your working? Yeah. What do you call it? It's my table, right? You have a laptop. You say my laptop. Suppose something happens to the table. Suppose table is broken. What will happen to you? Will you feel bad or not bad? Naturally, my table is broken. So there will be some effect on the mind, on you. Okay. From table, laptop, let us move. Hand. Is the hand you or it is your hand? My hand. Just like my bottle, just like my table, just like my phone, my hand. My hand means I am not this, isn't it? Otherwise, I hand, I have to say. It's not I hand, it's my hand. My nose. My kidney is having problem. Internal organ. That also you are not your kidney. My heart has 3 blocks. My heart. I did not have 3 blocks. My mind is not happy. My mind is sorrowful. I am not sorrowful. That means just as you are witnessing the phone outside, you are also witnessing the body, the mind, the internal organs, I am very confused. Who is confused? My intellect is confused. My intellect is confused, but you are not confused. You are the witness of the confusion. Why? Why do you know? How do you know that? Confusion will be there when you are awake. Okay? The bodily sensations are there when you are awake. The mind sensations are there when you are in deep sleep. All these things are not there. But are you there or not? You are still there. How do you know that you are there? You get up and tell, I had a very good sleep. Who is telling? There is a witness of all the things that is happening. Bhava as well as abhava. Bhava means presence. Suppose I remove the bottle. There is no bottle. There is bottle. The presence of bottle, the absence of bottle. Presence of pain, absence of pain. Presence of sukha, absence of sukha. Presence of understanding, absence of understanding. Everything is being witnessed by the Atma. Okay? Now he is bringing whatever you know cannot be the knower. The known cannot be the knower. This is known or not? So I can't be the knower. My body is known or not? Known. So I cannot be the knower. My kidney is known or not? My hunger is known or not? My emotions are known or not? So whatever is known cannot be the knower. The Atma is the knower. Knower of everything. Knower of presence of experience, absence of experience also. What is vritti? Tadvritti sakshinam vidyat is vritti. Vritti means modification, change, mental movement, change in its position or shape or anything. In short, you can say function. So the body changes. Does the body change or not? Your body is changing or not changing? Are you like what you were 5 years at your 5 year age? No, it has changed. Your mind changes or not? Now you had an intention to go elsewhere, but you are not going now. Your mind has changed. Mind instantaneously changes. Body changes, mind changes, intellectual understanding changes. Everything in the world is changing. But there is one substratum which does not change and which is watching like a tree standing on the bank of a river. Imagine there is a tree. The tree is seeing a very heavy flow, very light flow. There are bodies going in the Ganges. There are flowers going. All that is witnessing. It is not part of that. It's only a witness. Okay. How? Rajavat, like a king. King does not personally perform any action, but everything goes on in his presence. See, the CEO or somebody, he does not do any action in your this one. He sits there. In his presence, everything else is going on. Okay, very higher level decisions only it takes. Otherwise, it is going on. Self does not act, but it illuminates all the activity. And also, the king remains very distinct from the other entities like ministers, soldiers, and others. It is not them, not those people. Self remains distinct from the body and mind. When sada, ever, always, not occasionally, not during meditation. Atma is Sakshi only in no. Not every time Atma is Sakshi. All that if I am speaking, if you are listening, Atma is the witness of the listeners as well as the speaker also. Atma is witnessing in waking, in dreaming, and in deep sleep, in all the three avasthas. So the body suffers, mind gets disturbed, intellects will have understanding and doubt, but all these changes are witnessed by a person. Witness means it is there, all right. It is not part of the story there. For example, you know in chemistry, you have catalyst. What is catalyst? A catalyst is a substance which is essential for the chemical reaction to progress, either forward or backward, without itself undergoing any change. That's the definition, isn't it? You have learned in your chemistry. Without itself undergoing any change. Atma catalyzes everything without itself undergoing any change. All changes are perceived by the Atma. Simple example is a catalyst. There will be some minor differences between catalyst, Can't extrapolate the example completely. Now, the final verdict of this sloka is Deha. Deha has got a vritti, function. I am tadvritti sakshinam. I am not that. Vilakshanam sakshinam. I am different. I am sakshi. I am not. I am sakshi of the vritti. So I am not the body. I am the witness of the body functions. Similarly, I am not the indriya or senses. I am the witness of the sensory functions. Similarly, I am not the manaha, mind. I am the witness of the mind. I am not the intellect, buddhi. I am the witness of the buddhi. I am not the prakriti either. What is prakriti? Cosmic forces, law of cosmic nature, all the changes that happen outside, the various energies outside, the planetary energies, all are also being witnessed by the Sakshi. Then who are you? I am the ever-present witness. This is what Manobuddhyahankara Chittani Naham Na Srotram Na Chagrana Netram Na Chavyoma Bhumir Na Tejo Na Vayu. Then you are you. Chidananda Rupa Sivoham Sivo. It has come out. This sloka is identically equal to that. The example is the king. Now we have to go into very deep into the understanding of the class. There is one prakriya called the Drig Drishya Viveka. Drig Drishya Viveka. Okay? Drig, listen here. You can talk later. Drig Drishya Viveka. Drig is the one which is knowing, seeing, observing. Drishya is the object. Druk is the subject. Drishya is the object. Druk is the seer. Drishya is the seen. Druk is the knower. Drishya is the known. The known, knower. Seen, seer. Drishya and Druk. Okay. Now, here he has given 5 things. What are the things? Deha. Is it Drishya or Druk? Is it? Can you see that? You know it, no? It is being known. It is the known. The knower is the witness of that. Then the indriya. Are you knowing the indriya's function? Yeah, I am knowing all the indriya's function. So they are known. They are the drishya. And there you are the drik. Mano. You know mental modification. I am agitated. I am happy. I am sorrow. I am hungry. I am not hungry. I am thirsty. All this you are knowing, no? So that means there are known entities in the mind. But this mind is a known entity. Known. But the Atma is the knower. Body is the known. Atma is the knower. Indriyas are the known. Atma is the knower. Manas is the known or seen. And this is the seer or knower. Buddhi is known. I know I am able to understand. I am not able to understand. That is buddhi. That is buddhi is already known to me. I am able to, I am not able to, I am able to comprehend. So buddhi is the known. Atma is the knower. Buddhi is the drishya. Atma is the drik. Drishya is object. Subject is the one which is knowing these things. Now, Prakriti. Nature. Can you observe the nature and see the changes in the nature? Are you able to observe them and understand? Yeah. Everything that changes. 3 weeks back it was all cold in this room. Now already warmth started. So all the changes in the outside also are Prakriti. The Prakriti is the object and the Atma or the Sakshi is the knower. So what happened? Dehendriya mano buddhi prakriti vilakshanam. Why vilakshanam? Knower can never be the known. That's why they are separate. They are physically separate? Need not be. Not spatially separate. They are not spatially separate or metaphysically separate. Dehendriya mano buddhi prakriti vilakshanam. Then what is this Atma? Tad vritti sakshinam. All the vritti functions of the above 6. Deha, Indriya, Manasu, Buddhi, Prakriti. What is sakshinam? Vidyat, you must understand. It is a direct instruction. Vidyadatmanam rajavat sada. Like the sovereign presence. See, for example, there is a letter in the government of India, signed by Modi ji and a stamp. Modi ji are not required. That sovereignty itself will work. The collector signs the order. Physically, it does not have to go. The sovereignty of that, the stamp of that itself executes. Like in the presence, the central directive here is the directive is the conscious bifurcation of the identity. Consciously, you must separate these two. What are the two? There are the known entities, there is the knower, there is the drishya, there is the druk, there are the seen, there is the seer. This differentiation you must make. Who is the seer? Seer is your Atma. Framework of Vilakshana, categorical distinction. The cornerstone of inquiry in Vedanta is Atma is Vilakshanam. Vilakshanam means what? It is not physically, spatially, shape and name form separate. That's why you should not search for Atma as an object. Atma or the consciousness is never an object. Never an object, it is ever a subject. So it cannot be the object. The primary error is we want to objectify Atma. And I ask you, what is Atma? I have never seen, sir. Which you can see, only if it is an object you can see. It is not an object. Mother's love. Have you ever seen mother's love? But is it there or not? Okay. So that's why the kindness of Lord, you never see. It is there, it is existing. Okay. So you cannot objectify it. This is called non-OMAC. O object, M material, A attributes or lakshanas. Okay. C changes, T time limitation. Om act. Om act. Om act. Om's act. Om is Parabrahma. His act. Om act. Om act is the word. Okay. O object, dravya, material, M material, O object, M material, A attributes. It will have some color, shape, size, weight, and all that attributes. And then the change, see, it changes. And then T, it is bound by some time. It is within the frame of time. These are all the known things. All the known things will have these 5 qualities. O, M, A, C, T. Atma is not an object. It is the subject. Atma is not material. It is the consciousness. Atma doesn't have attributes. It is not black, dark, Brahmin, Vaishya, tall, fat. Nothing is there. Atma doesn't have attributes. Atma doesn't change. Objects change. Atma is unbound by time. It is beyond time. And the objects are within time. That's why Atma is non-own. How I have to understand? I have to physically, mentally, cognitively separate the anatma from the atma. It is not spatial separation, it is ontological separation. Separation in the cognitive sense. So primarily, do not try to objectify God. Do not try to objectify Atma or Brahma. If you want to objectify, suppose if I say this particular vigraha or idol is Atma, it is not possible because you have objectified it. So the moment you objectify it, it loses the status of universality. It will be confined to a place or as a form. But Atma being nameless and formless and all pervasive, you cannot confine it and objectify it. So never search for or market for Atma. If you go and try to search for Brahman or Atma, Brahman and Atma are one and the same. So you cannot get anything outside or inside. Okay? So ontologically, subject to constant flux of decay. Which one? The material field. Which witness changeless, immutable. Epistemologically, this is the known object, that is the knower. Activity, the body, indriya, manas, they perform all the activities or functions or vrittis. Atma is non-acting, non-doer. Primary function, all the functions of the living being is carried by the 5 koshas. But Atma, the primary function is illumination experience or the consciousness experience for all. What is the substance? All these are jada, material. Atma is the conscious. This is the tabular form. Here strategically, Bhagavad Pada has included Prakriti also. Because otherwise the entire analysis gets confined to only to your body. Deha, Indriya, Mano, Buddhi is not, Atma is separate from that. How about the world? Prakriti, you will not be able to understand. That's why Prakriti-pyaha, he has included the Prakriti also. The Prakriti is also called the Mula Avidya, or the universal mind, or the Maya also. Okay, now we have to map the five instruments to the five koshas. Earlier we read koshas and we have indriyas here. Now we have to map them, connect each one. Deha, what kosha it is? Deha is Annamaya kosha. Okay, food sheath. Okay, vital energy and breath. Pranamaya kosha. Indriyas, Indriyas connected with the mind. Together are the Manomaya kosha. Okay, Buddhi, intellect, Vijnanamaya kosha. And Prakriti is the Anandamaya. So this is the mapping of one-to-one mapping. Again, I'm telling, body, physical frame, Annamaya kosha. The respiratory and prana activity is the Pranamaya kosha. The Indriya sensory mind complex. You cannot separate Indriya from mind. Indriya will function only when there is mind. Indriya will not function when there is no mind. For example, you are interested to carefully you are working on something. There is a cup of coffee opposite to you. You don't even look at it. The Indriya says, but your mind should accept it. So many a time, unless the mind is focused, you will not say. You can only see an object and say this is so and so sir. My mind has to tell me. Otherwise, I will not. Indriya and mind are together. This is called the Manomaya kosha. Buddhi is the Vijnanamaya kosha, the ability to discriminate. And good and bad, heat and cold, that is the wisdom of the intellectuals. The Prakriti is the causal state. Prakriti is the Karana or cause or Avyakta or Maya, also called the Mula Vidya, also called the Anandamaya kosha. So, analytical conclusion. What is the conclusion of all this? Aham, myself, Panchakosha Vilakshana. Aham, Deha, Indriya, Mano, Buddhi, Prakriti, Vilakshana. Means Aham Panchakosha Vilakshana. Because we have mapped the Deha, Indriya, Mano to five koshas. Panchakosha Vilakshana. Panchakosha Vilakshanoham Sakshi Aham Ityuchyate. Another sloka. It will come. Sakshi. That is, what are this? Sakshi for what? Sakshi for the functions. Functions of what? Functions of the Deha. What are the functions of the Deha? Name a few functions of body. Waking, walking, talking, biological functions, reproducing, going to the washroom. All these are body's functions. And this is a Sakshi for that. What are the functions of the mind? Happiness, sorrow, love, affection, hatred, I want, I don't want, I like, I dislike. The mind is telling. For all those functions, the witness is the. But Atma doesn't like or dislike. Atma has no dislikes or likes. It is a Sakshi. What are the intellectual functions? I understand, I don't understand, I can decide, I'm not able to decide, I conclude, I don't conclude, I earlier read, now I am revising. All these are my intellectual functions. For them also, it is the Sakshi. So, knower known exit. There is one principle in everywhere. The knower can never be the known. Okay? The knower can never be. You have a telescope. Through the telescope, you are seeing a far off object. With hands of the tip is showing from the mountain. Through the telescope, you are able to see very well. So the knower, the seer, cannot be that. If you are that, you will not be able to see that. Knower known difference will always be there. It could be spatial difference. It could be an ontological difference. The subject druk must be fundamentally different from the object it illuminates. Now I give you an example. So this is a phone. This is the object. Who is the subject who is knowing? Who is the subject now? Immediately. Your I. It's the first level subject, isn't it? Known, mobile phone, knower. This is the known. Knower, seer, subject, all the same only. Drik is the. Can the eyes see without the mind? Cannot see. So then I is the object and the mind is the subject. So now this object is shifted to the status of this became object now. And the mind is the subject. Okay? Subject, because of mind only, I am seeing the I, and through the power of seeing, I am seeing this. Now two objects have come. Object by A1 and a primary object. The secondary object is the I. Both of them are seen by the mind. Okay. Now, what is the one that sees the mind? There is one power higher than that. Buddhi. Okay, it says it is a thorny bush, don't go there. It is a beautiful rose garden, you go there. The decision is your buddhi. Then three levels of objects have come. The rose there, the thorn there, the eyes which have seen, the rose and thorn, the mind which has understood the two objects, and the buddhi which says the minds also it is controlled. So object 1, object 2, object 3, all these are known. The knower is the buddhi. But is it the final knower? Even suppose I am sleeping in deep sleep. There is no rose, there is no thorn, there is no mind, there is no buddhi also functioning. But I got up, I said, I had wonderful sleep. That means the buddhi is also being witnessed by the Atma. Then buddhi is the object, Atma is the subject. Can I go beyond that? You cannot. That is the final. This is called the Ekasloki Advaita. This Vicharana comes in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. He will ask the teacher, what is the which that is making you see this light? Okay, I am able to see the light because of Saurya. Okay, night, how are you able to see? Because of other light and moon and all, I am able to see. Suppose it is not day and night is okay, then I close your eyes. Then there is no day or no night, isn't it? Then who is seeing? Then he will ask, mind. He will say, okay, mind is seeing, but supposing who is the one who is operating the mind? The buddhi. Then who is the one who is operating the buddhi? Who is illumining the buddhi? Ahameva. I am the Kim Jyotistava Bhanuman Ahanime Ratrau Pradipadikam Syadevam Ravidepa Darshana Vithau Kim. Like that he goes Sloka. Dhihi Dhiyo Darshane Kim. He goes on questioning. In one sloka, this Advaita is put by Shankaracharya, Ekasloki Advaita. And this is an analysis from the Brihadaranyaka. This depends upon the Drigdrishya Viveka. Now, Drigdrishya Viveka, I will ask you some questions. You tell me. What is the axiom of Drigdrishya Viveka? What is the rule? Axiom means rule. Knower can never be the known. Okay. Knowers are known are many, knower is one. Known are many, seen are many, drishyas are many, drugeva one. Druk is one. Okay. Object is not there. Do you think the knower is not there? Knower is there. The object presence, object absence, both this person is able to tell. So, one way first connection ante knower should be there, known should be there. Knower is different from the known. Knower must be different from the known, first rule. Knower and known must be separated. It's over. Knower knows the known. The drik knows the drishya. The seer knows the seen. Seer is one. The seen are innumerable. Innumerable. This never changes. Atma, the seer. There is no sea. Omakless sea is not there. Whereas this is all ever changing. There is no change. This is not time bound by time. This is always bound by time. The seen are bound by time. The seer is not bound by time. The seen are many. Seeing is one. Seer is one. The scene changes. The seer doesn't change. Seer is present when the scene is there and without the scene also. That means the presence of seer is not dependent upon the presence of the object. The subject is present without the object being present also. I'm telling in subject-object relation. First, seer and seen is the Drigdashya. Now, object and subject must be separate. Object, subject is one, objects are many. Subject doesn't change, object changes. Subject is not conditioned by time, objects are conditioned by time. Subject will be there when the objects are there, when there are no objects also. How do you know? I know in the sleep, without any objectification, I am still aware. This is called the Drigdrishya Viveka. This subject, whatever we are calling, we instead of saying subject, because it leads to confusion, no? Subject means you are a subject and he is an object. When he is seeing he is the subject, you are object. That confusion will come. So instead of subject, we are saying witness. So subject here is the Atma, is the witness of all the changes that occur in the body, mind, Indriya, Buddhi, and Prakriti also. So Sloka is Dehendriya Mano Buddhi Prakritebhyo Vilakshanam. Okay? What is the next line? Prakriti Tadvrutti Sakshinam Vidyat Atmanam Rajavat Sada. So you have understood the Drigdrishya Viveka. So what are the fundamental rules of Drigdrishya Viveka? The Drig is separate from the Drishya. Must be separate. Drig, Atma is always one. Ekam Advitiyam. Drishyas, objects are many. Maybe people, maybe instruments, maybe vastus, maybe several materials, or worlds, planets, there are many. But the Sakshi Atma is one. The Drishyas always change. Drik never changes. Drishyas are conditioned by time and place. Drik is not conditioned by time and place. Okay. Then what is the role of the Drik? The Drik is the Sakshi of all the Drishya. This is the Drigdrishya Viveka in 5 or 6 sentences. If you want, I can give you the link. You can see the video of how that, Kim Jyotistava, this Drigdrishya, is explained in that particular logical. So this is the seen, seer discrimination or Drigdrishya Viveka. There are 2 aspects he is saying, Anvaya and Vyatireka. Anvaya means in the presence, Vyatireka means in the absence. How can I say? I am able to experience all the things when they are operating, when the functions are there. When in Jagrat and in Swapna, the objects are moving before my eyes, before my mind, I am able to perceive that as witness. This is the Anvaya. When all these are absent in the wakeful state and the dream state, these are there. But when I'm sleeping, all these are absent, but still I am there. So this is Vyatireka. So absence of thoughts, absence of objects, absence of I-ness. I am, I, Sharma, that idea is also lost in the sleep, but still the Atma is existing. Okay, the ultimate proof was witness of nothing in Shupti is the primary ontological proof of self's independence. Self is not dependent upon anything for it to reveal. Whereas self is essential for everything to reveal. All the objects are paratantra, not independent, dependent upon the knower. Suppose there is a forest. In that forest, there is a big tree has fallen. There is a huge sound. There is not even one prani in that forest. Can anyone notice the sound? No prani. Not even an animal, dog, this one, man, Nothing is there. There is a huge sound. Can you detect it? No, the presence of a knower is essential. There is a beautiful garden in a particular place, but there are no people at all, no pranis at all. How do you know that there is a beautiful garden? Objects are known only because of the knower. The knower is must. That which persists, anuvrittam. Anuvrittam means that which ingrained, persists, is fundamentally different from the vyavrittam or transient. Anuvritti, vyav. I give you an example. A garland is there, flower garland. All the flowers are vyavritti. They are outside. The anuvrittam is the sutra. Inside that there is the thread. Okay. So the thread will exist even if the flowers are not there. But flowers cannot exist as a garland without the thread. The garland cannot exist without the thread. Thread can exist without the flowers. That means the flowers are the vyavritta and anuvritta is the that is what he says. Sutre manigana iva. Bhagavad Gita. Just like the sutra in all the manis, if each one of you is mani, and which is a garland of a divine garland, all of us, and there is one sutra which connects all these things. Without that sutra, these manis will fall apart. There is no garland of the creation. That is the sutre manigana. Okay, the sutram and the pushpa or mani analogy also you can use. Dual interpretation of the Rajavat. Rajavat has two interpretations are there. Why he has used Rajavat? How does the king function? Okay. One. Sannidhi matrena. Upanishad says Sannidhi matrena, in the very presence, just like a catalyst. Raja does not have to do anything. Simply he sits in the throne and gives mental order and things will go. Sannidhi matrena, governance by mere presence. The sovereignty of a king is the governance by mere presence without actually doing every work of it. The Indriyas are doing all their works without Atma doing any work and sitting like a king and then controlling all the things to happen. Sannidhi yasya sannidhi matrena, in whose presence only everything happens. Okay, a king rules by mere existence, providing the light and order by which the subjects function, without performing any manual labor himself. So the self is the akarta or non-doer, not participating in any one of the things, but illuminating all activity. The best example is Surya Bhagavan. You take Surya Bhagavan. Do you think Surya Bhagavan is doing all the activity? But without him, do you think all this activity will occur? The flowers blossoming, the chlorophyll happening, the roads getting lit, the water being dried up and then taken as meghas. All these are happening. Do you think purposefully he is coming? No, I wanted to evaporate this water and create a megha. Is he thinking like that? No. Yasya sannidhi matrena, in whose presence all the activity occurs without his direct participation. It is there, it happens. That's all. A person will steal in that same sunlight, another person will read Bhagavad Gita, another person will go and pray in the mosque in the same sunlight. But sunlight does not discriminate. Sunlight doesn't want to be part of any of this. Neither the theft, nor the mosque, nor the Bhagavad Gita. The sunlight is not part of it. Just like the Atma is like the sunlight, akarta, non-doer, illuminating all activity while remaining fundamentally non-doer and untouched. That is one interpretation. The second interpretation is Rajavat. Yes, said. Rajavat means Raja and Prakriti. Prakriti are the subjects, retinue. The king will have all his parivara, paricharaka will be there. A minister, sub-minister, where another minister, worker, soldier. So many workers are there. All this is retinue of the king. This interpretation, the instruments are body, sense, mind, intellect, are the instruments of the Raja. Okay, are the instruments of the mind, instruments of the Atma. So all the vrittis or functions are like a karanas. That's why it is called antah karana. Antaha, inside, karana, mind. Buddhi and mind are called antahkarana. This is called bahya karana. Outside it is doing work. Bahya indriyas are bahya karanas, antahkaranas. These two are instruments of what? Of the Raja. Who is the Raja? Atma is the Raja. Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. You are an instrument in the Lord's hand. You just fight the throw the arrow. You are not going to kill anybody, not kill anybody. You are only an instrument in my divine will. That is the sense. So technical caveat, the retinue interpretation, Karana Shariram, casual body. Casual body is also isn't. Okay. So response protocol. So I have to ask, how do you internalize it? Suddenly you have a physical pain. You got hurt while going here, you fell down, and there is an injury to your body, you pain. So what will I'm pain, there is pain, there is pain. And can say, instead of saying, I have pain, start saying, it is my pain. Don't say, I have pain. Your leg has pain, and you are the witness of the pain. Okay, you have dissociated one step from the body. Then there is an agitation in the body. Somebody has scolded you. Somebody has said bad words about you. Your mind is very disturbed. Oh, my mind is disturbed. Oh, your mind is disturbed. How about you? I am disturbed. My mind is disturbed. My mind is showing. My mind said that I am criticized. But I am not criticized. Keep one step away from the mind. Then you took some decision in the office, and your superior said it's a foolish decision you have taken. Intellect. So my intellect has bunked. I have not bunked. I am the witness of the other day. The same manager said, "You did very well. Oh, congratulations, Lakshman. You are intelligent. You are so intelligent." Today he said, "You are the foolest of the fool." So both of them I am not. That's my intellect. That day when I am intelligent is my intellect. This day when I am foolish for him, I may be fool, not fool. For him I am fool. So that also is intellect. And for both of them I was sakshi. I was witnessing that as well as this. So you are not the intellect. One step away. Okay? So every day, whenever you get a situation where your physical pain comes, it is my pain, not body. Your car is there. Let us say you have a beautiful car here. Let us say by unfortunate thing that a small accident occurred to the car. Do you think you had suffering or car had suffering? You detach, no. My car is sent to garage, my car had a problem. Little bit of mental anxiety will be there. That also you remove it. Say, just as you say, my car is spoiled, my leg is spoiled, my mind is spoiled, my intelligence is disturbed, but I am not disturbed. This is the only way. The Advaitic insight is, now you all say, I am not the body, naham deho, I am not the senses, na indriya, I am not the mind, na manaha, I am not the intellect, na buddhi, I am not all the surroundings here, I am the witness of the Prakriti. Then who are you? Chidoham, Chidoham, Sivananda Rupa, Sidoham, Sidoham. I am the ever-present, Sada, ever-present witness, Sada, Savilakshanam, Sada, Sakshi, Vrityabhya, Sakshi. Unaffected, unchanged, not conditioned by time and place, eternally sovereign, like a king. Now let us read the verse once again. Dehendriya mano buddhi Prakritibhyo vilakshanam. Then if you are vilakshanam, what are you? Tadvrutti sakshinam vidya. That vidyat is a command. You must know like this. Vidyat. As what? Tadvrutti sakshinam. For all the functions, I am the witness. Atmanam rajavat sada. King sits in his throne and witnesses all the things that are happening in the kingdom. He neither does anything. In his very presence, the ministers and other people, they do it. So the Rajavat Sada is here. The Raja is your Atma and all are his servants. All the Indriyas, mind, Buddhi, Prakriti is a servant of the Atma. The servants serve, the Raja enjoys. Raja does not take part, does not rejoice, is neither connected with the good nor connected with the bad. With that, we will close here and let us do the closing prayers. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.